Boo bitches! Welcome to episode 83 of C3 Crystals, Cauldrons, and Cocktails. I'm River,
And I'm Wren.
and this week we're going to talk about magical correspondences with the months and the days of the weeks, and also a little bit about Beltane because it's in a few days. So we're
Yeah.
going to talk a little bit about that. But first, what is our drink?
What are we drinking?
And to celebrate Beltane, I wanted to do something festive. And this one we call the Beltane Blessing. And it's got lemons in it, which is one of Wren's favorite things. So it's got lemonade, vodka, strawberries, and sparkling wine. And she uses the Prosecco. Is that right? Prosecco? It's the sweeter Moscato.
Moscato.
Moscato. And I use a Brut sparkling wine because I don't like it as sweet.
Hmm.
And then for my lemonade, I use the sugar substitute lemonade because I don't
Hmm.
like it so sweet. And she uses real lemonade. So,
Real lemonade.
hmm so it's really
Preferably
good.
homemade lemonade.
Yes. And it'll probably be our drink of the month for May. We're going to try to get our May newsletter out on time this month. It's a possibility. Although we are going to the Renaissance Festival together. It's going to be so much fun. And
I'm
that'll be
super excited.
the day before Beltane. So
Hmm.
we will see if we can get our
Oh,
act
yeah.
together.
I got
Mhm.
my skirt. I ordered a new skirt
Oh, nice.
because in my head, I hate myself for this, but I'm like, that's so last year, or I've already worn that, so it's not going to give me the same vibes as it did like when I initially first wore it. Like, I don't know. And so I was like, maybe I need a new skirt. And so I ordered one to try it out. If it doesn't work out, then I'm gonna return it. But it's like an olivey green, and I'm super excited to try it on.
Well, I ordered a new witch hat because the witch hat that I have that I love is leather and it's going to be hot. And so there is no way
Uh-huh.
I want to wear, and it's heavy. I don't
Yep.
want to wear a heavy leather hat all day long.
Hmm.
So I bought straw hats that are in the shape of little witches' hats. So
Aw,
yeah, it'll be cute. And I got a red one and a whitish one. So I have some options to go with what outfits I might wear.
I'm excited. I
I
can't
am
wait to see
too.
our outfits together.
Me too. I'm so excited. Okay, so let's do a little refresher on Beltane.
Yes.
Beltane is definitely all about fertility. We've moved out of winter where nature was sleeping, and now we're coming into a time where we're working towards growing things, food, ourselves, the earth, everything is growing. It's all about
Hmm.
growing. So Beltane, or May Day as it's also called, is celebrated on May 1st. It is a long-standing Celtic holiday connected with the beginning of summer and one of the greatest and most celebrated of all the Sabbats, except for probably Samhain. That's probably the only one celebrated
Yeah,
more.
I love
Mhm.
Samhain.
So it is the midpoint between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. And this is the time when spring has reached its peak and summer is just beginning to show its little pretty face, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere. I know it's not the same to our
Yep.
listeners down under.
Yep.
Um, it is all about spring and celebrating new life and fire and passion and rebirth. So there's all kinds of creative things and ways that you can do to celebrate the season. So first, set up your altar. To know what to put on your altar, consider the different correspondences associated with Beltane. The goddesses are Aphrodite, Artemis, and Brigid. The gods are Bel, Curanos, the horned god, Eros, and Pan. The herbs are frankincense, which means success, cleansing, protection, and purification. Daisies for love, luck, and innocence. Lilac for wisdom, memory, and good luck. Marigolds for attracting love, protection, and prophetic dreams. And roses for love, healing, luck, and divination. And then, if you want to burn some special incense to commemorate Beltane, think about
Hmm.
maybe
Hmm.
sandalwood, maybe frankincense incense, rose incense, bergamot. I don't know how to pronounce that. That's not what I'm familiar with. Um,
Mm. I
and
think
then
it's I think it's
berga,
bergamot.
bergamot.
Mm-hmm.
The colors are red, white, pink, yellow, and green. The crystals are emerald, amber, bloodstone, malachite, moonstone, and rose quartz. And the creatures that are associated with Beltane are goats, rabbits, cats, lynx, bees, fairies, and Pegasi.
Pegasi.
And the foods to eat are bread, cakes, oatmeal cakes, leafy salads, strawberries, wine, and of course, mead.
I love mead.
Yeah, me too. We
Mm.
will drink some at the Renaissance Festival.
Mm-hmm.
So do some fire rituals, from simply burning a candle on your altar to having friends over for a big bonfire. This is a great way to celebrate the passion of the season. Dance around the fire, jump over it. If our ancestors used to do that,
Mm-hmm.
but just be careful jumping over it. I'd be my luck, I'd fall right smack in the middle of it.
Don't jump
My
over a big one.
my husband showed me I don't know if it was a TikTok or what, but it was this woman. He's like, "This is you," and he showed it to me, and it was this woman trying to jump over the fire, and she landed right smack in the middle of it. And I'm
Oh
like,
my
"Yep,
God.
that would be me." Write things that you want to leave in your past and burn it in your fire. We've talked about that before.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Leave gifts for the fairies in your garden or by one of your plants. Maybe decorate your plants for Beltane with colored ribbons. Make a wish, and it's said that the fairies will grant it. And come back and leave a second gift as a thank you once your wish has come true.
Okay, I need that.
Yeah, this is a great time for spring cleansing. Cleanse your home, your ritual areas, yourself. Burn an herb stick to cleanse your home. Throw open all the windows. Use full
Mm-hmm.
moon spritz to spray on your doors and areas. Take a cleansing bath. This is a celebration, so have a feast with your friends and, of course, lots of drinks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we hope you guys enjoy Beltane this year. Blessed be. Enjoy. Okay, so moving on to the correspondences that we wanted to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And first, I'll start with all the months because we'll go from the months down to the days. And I'll start with May because that's right around the corner. So it's the most logical to start with right now because that's what you all can look forward to. So this year is super exciting because May is a month with the black moon in it.
Ooh.
Now, usually a black moon is similar to a blue moon in that the black moon is a second new moon in a single month, just like the blue moon is a second full moon in a single month.
Okay.
But there are also black seasonal moons, which is when there are 4 new moons within a season. And that's what we have this May. On May 19th, we have a seasonal black moon. So that is a very powerful day for this 2023 May calendar.
Get your jars ready.
Mm-hmm. A black moon's meaning is associated with prosperity and good fortune. So for this month of May, the black moon is, you can think about associating it with luck, prosperity, happiness, creativity, new opportunities. Casting spells on the black moon for any of those purposes would be really powerful this particular year. Create black moon water, as Wren just said.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next black moon after this May isn't until November 30th of 2024. So be sure to separate. Yeah, it's a very rare occurrence.
Wow.
So be sure to celebrate this one. It's an important one. So what else is May about? What about the full moon? And the full moon in May is called the flower moon, obviously, because this is the time of year, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, when flowers are abundant. For planting and gardening, for at least for 2023, according to the Farmer's Almanac, you should plant above ground crops on May 4th, 22nd, and 23rd, and plant below ground crops on May 13th and 14th. And did you know that, Wren, this one is for you? As soon as I saw this, I thought of this one. Did you know that May 8th is No Socks Day?
Oh, that's my day.
That's your day.
That is my day. I hate socks.
Oh, that's so funny. I thought of you as soon as I read that. I'm like, got to tell Wren.
Yep, I hate socks.
And then folklore says a warm January means a cold May, which I can't remember here in Georgia what our January was. I know it was really cold and snowy actually on Christmas, which is unusual for Georgia, but I feel like it might have warmed up in January.
Yeah, it was like cold and snowy on like a couple of days right before Christmas. And then on
Hmm.
Christmas, it was like on Christmas, like Christmas Eve, freezing. On
Hmm.
Christmas, it was like 60s. And then it started warming up from there. So it was warm compared to other years in January.
So we might be looking forward to a cold May. So
Mm,
I don't know. We'll see.
I
Okay,
don't think so.
moving on to June. Yeah, well, it's hard to say. Moving on to June. June's energies are focused on socialization and activity, which makes sense. It's like the beginning of summer. Kids are out of school, that kind of thing. It's a month filled with young love, romance, and the companionship of good friends. Any magic aimed at enhancing relationships, communication skills, and the personal energy level that's necessary for maintaining both of those things will be augmented if you do that during the month of June.
Okay.
June is also the month of Letha. So
Hmm.
it is often the time of the month that witches choose to focus on for casting spells is during Letha to get that extra burst of magical energy.
Hmm.
And did you know that no other month in the year begins on the same day of the week as June?
What does it begin on?
They're all different. Whatever June is for that year, no other month begins on that day. Supposedly. Now I haven't looked at the
Oh.
calendar to verify. I wonder if that changes when it's a leap year. I don't know.
Oh,
But that was a little tidbit that I came across.
that's cool.
We'll have to look and verify if
I
it's true or
wanna
not.
I wanna look.
All right,
June?
July. July directs our attention to personal growth and improvements. This includes increasing your knowledge, continuing efforts for prosperity, creating new ideas and works of art, and also taking time out periodically just to really enjoy yourself. It's,
Hmm.
summer, that's the middle of summer. You want to relax and enjoy life. Our society sometimes mistakes much needed leisure time for laziness, but July is all about that. It's all about making sure that you enjoy yourself and take time for yourself. The nature spirits associated with July are hobgoblins. They're like little brownies, fairies of harvested crops. The herbs are honeysuckle, agrimony, lemon balm, and hyssop. The colors are silver and blue gray. The flowers are lotus, water lily, and jasmine. The stones are pearl, moonstone, and white agate. The trees are oak, acacia, ash. Animals are the crab, the turtle, the dolphin, and the whale, which are all water creatures.
Hmm.
The birds are starlings, ibis, and the swallow. And some of the deities, you've got Venus, Athena, Juno, Hel, Caradwen. And I would also like to note, as a nerd and a Harry Potter fan, that
Oh,
July is Harry Potter's birthday. His birthday is July 31st.
okay.
And July has some of the best holidays. It has ice cream day and hot dog day. Can't really beat
Oh,
that. Some
no.
of the best days to celebrate in July. And another July fact, Neil Armstrong took the first steps on the moon on July 29th, 1969.
Oh, okay.
Lots of good things in July. And I like to just lay out in the sun and soak up the sun. It's a
Yeah.
wonderful time also because nighttime is warm. So if you
Hmm.
want to moon bathe or spend time outside in the garden in the moonlight, July is the perfect month up here to do that.
Yeah, no. Ooh, I just swallowed my spit wrong. Since I'm coming up on graduation very soon now,
Mhm.
I agree with that. I need a break. I need a break, and I need the beach and the sun. I need the sunlight of from July and all. I need
For
all. I
sure.
need it all. All.
Yeah. I was going to say, have you talked to your husband about coming with us on our vacation? But we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
My family is going to the beach this summer, and I'm trying to get Wren and her husband to come as well. It would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah.
kids would love it. Okay.
Yeah.
August. August celebrates Lammas, which is the first harvest Sabbath. The
Mm-hmm.
spirits of August are hot and fiery, just like the month. I mean, it really is hotter to me, I think, in August than it is in July. It's really, really hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Entities associated with August are the phoenix, because it's also all about fire and heat. It's symbolic of renewal and life, the life and death rebirth cycle. Dragons are also associated with August. They represent all things chaotic, untamed, as well as royalty and courage. And then dryads are the little feminine tree spirits that are nature spirits that inhabit trees. We talked about those when one of our episodes, I can't remember which one, but we talked about, it was our knock on wood one. What was that? Might have been the number 3, but we talked about how dryads are spirits within the trees, and they especially like oak trees.
Mm-hmm.
The herbs of August are basil, ivy, bay, and corn. And
I like corn.
I do too. I love corn, especially your corn with the, what is that oil you put in it? Truffle oil.
I put black truffle oil.
My Lord, y'all,
It's so
amazing.
good. Well, I haven't had that in a while. We don't have truffle oil right now. And we just haven't made it out to where we usually get it in a while.
Yeah.
It's been a bit.
Yeah, I'm ready for you to make me some. The colors of August are reds, golds, yellows, and oranges, all the heat colors.
Yep.
And did you know, this one is really funny, the sandwich was invented in August of 1762 when the Earl of Sandwich, yep, that's a real guy, requested 2 pieces of bread with meat inside.
Okay, Earl.
I know. And so it became known as a sandwich because the Earl of Sandwich is the one that requested it. How funny is that? He was probably stoned or something.
Did they get stoned in 1762?
Who knows what they did back then? I would think so. I don't know.
Maybe he ate a weird mushroom.
That could be. That could be for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, September. September's energy augments music for magic. What was I thinking? Music. I am a September baby and I love music. So music to me is very magical. I don't know where that came out of my head, but September's energy augments magic for prosperity and abundance, balanced with sensibility and a little frugality, which I am not very frugal. It is especially a time.
That's so funny putting your name and frugal together.
I know it's not a thing. It's just
an
isn't
oxymoron.
A thing. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
I guess September really doesn't have anything. There's got no major holidays that you're spending lots of money on. I spend money on all the major holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Although it is Mabon. You got Mabon in September, the second harvest festival.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It is a great time for rituals that thank the goddess for all her gifts throughout the year. If you don't have a goddess, thank Mother Earth or the universe.
Mm-hmm.
It is a great time to be thankful. And then beyond this, you can start making amulets for health so that when the cooler winds come, you'll be magically fortified. According to lore, this is the month you're supposed to marry. September is the best month to get married.
Oops, I got married in October.
I actually got married in September. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Who knew? The nature spirits are trooping fairies. Not quite sure what a trooping fairy is. I haven't done research on that. The herbs are fennel and rye and wheat and skullcap, which I thought skullcap was interesting because isn't that poisonous mushroom that we just talked about?
Uh-huh. And apparently September is out to kill me. Because that's where rye and wheat and everything that
you can't eat.
I cannot eat, and I would literally, if I ate so much, I'd probably die. Like my intestines would explode.
Oof, that would be not good. The colors are brown, yellow, green, and yellow. The flowers are the narcissus, the lily, and the aster. The scents are gardenia, that bergamot again, The gem is sapphire. That is my birthstone. The stones are peridot, olivine, chrysolite, and citrine. The trees are hazel and bay and something called larch. Lark, Larch.
I've heard of that, but I don't know what it is off the top of my head right now.
Is it pronounced larch or lark?
I think lark.
Okay.
But see, it's one of those cases where I could have told you if you didn't ask me.
It's on the tip of my tongue. That's a neat idiom that we'll have to do research on. I'm curious.
Okay. I have a joke that I need to tell you after because I don't want our audience to know that I made this mistake in my lifetime. But I
make mistakes every day, darling.
Yeah, I know, but our audience doesn't need to know said mistake.
I think they love us even more because we are definitely not
this one's shameful.
Witches. Oh, it's shameful. Well, they're now going to be emailing going, okay, Wren, what is it? You got to tell us.
Never.
Never.
Okay.
Okay.
I wrote
the animals are the snake and the jackal. The birds are the ibis and the sparrow. The deities, you've got Freya and Demeter and Isis and Ceres. The full moon in that month is the harvest moon. And, the autumn equinox is what we're celebrating. It comes, nature comes into balance at that time. So you want to rest after labor. It's all about the balance of light and dark. It's a great time to organize, clean and straighten up physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual clutter. Some September folklore says if it's fair on September 1st, it's fair for the month. And then another one says heavy September rains will bring drought.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't need drought.
No, but it always rains in September.
Not always. I mean, and sometimes our colors of our trees, I think when it's rainy, the colors of the trees are dull. And when it's dry, the colors of the trees, the changing leaves and all that are very vibrant. I think that's what I've noticed.
I guess
and then
I haven't paid attention. Hey, I'm graduating. I'm going to have more time to pay attention to everything around me now.
I don't know, because once you get a real job,
Who said I'm getting a real job? I'm just going to be a hippie witch that lives in the forest
and make little hippie babies. She says no. No, River. Auntie River. She's like, no. Okay, October magic. Magical efforts accentuated by October's characteristics include clearing away the old, unnecessary things or the habits that our mind, body, and spirit have bogging them down so that you can prepare for winter. Any spells for memory, especially commemorating loved ones, are appropriate during October.
Okay.
The metaphysical efforts for health, luck, and debt paying are common, ensuring that winter, the season of rest and death, will come and go with the least negative effect. I mean, it's all really about preparing for the upcoming winter, which you've got to remember our ancestors, this was a very tricky time. Right now in October with the harvests, everything is flush, but they all know that during the winter time, it's a time of starving and famine and, difficulty. So this is the time of preparation for that. This is, of course, the month of Samhain and the final harvest festival. And because this is the time when the veil is the thinnest, it is a perfect time for divination spells and ancestor work. And did you know, this is bizarre. I found out some really fun facts doing this episode research. Frankenstein Friday is the last Friday in October. So this year it's going to be October 27th of 2023.
Do I need to put that in my calendar?
I think we should have a Frankenstein party. But it was made to celebrate Mary Shelley, who wrote Frankenstein when she was just 20 years old.
Oh.
She was brilliant.
Wait, you said the 27th?
Yes. Isn't that the last Friday in October?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
okay.
I thought I looked it up, but you never know with my brain whether I got it right or not.
I know. I'm going to put it in my calendar right now.
Yep. Frankenstein Friday.
We're gonna do something.
And
It's
Mary
already
Shelley was a
stated.
really cool chick. She, being so young, she actually, for her time frame, women still, had very little rights at that point, and
Mhm.
she found herself in a group of other interesting intellectuals that were I think they were all men, and just was considered their equal, which was amazing at that time, especially at that age.
Yeah.
So anyway, she was a cool chick.
Mhm.
All right. November. November magic. The nature spirits are subterranean fairies. The herbs.
Subterranean.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the herbs are grains of paradise. What is a grain of paradise?
I was gonna try to make a joke, but I can't think of anything.
I have no idea. Verbena, which I think isn't that the butterfly bush,
Mm.
and betony, borage, cinquefoil, and blessed thistle. I'm not
Blessed
familiar. I mean,
thistle.
verbena, I'm pretty sure is the butterfly bush.
I
I
think I've heard of blessed thistle before.
really
I think
okay.
so. Somewhere in all the research that we've done, I've come across it.
Well, you do have a lot of herb books too. That's one of your things.
Mm-hmm.
You like herbs.
I do
The
like
co-
herbs.
the colors are gray and sea green. The flowers are blooming cacti, which is very cool, and the chrysanthemum, which I love mums. I do. November is the time of mums. I love to put
Mm-hmm.
mums
Mm-hmm.
outside our house. The scents are cedar, cherry blossoms, which is interesting because cherry blossoms are usually in the spring.
And this, yeah.
Hyacinth, narcissus, peppermint, and lemon. The stones are topaz, hyacinth, and lapis lazuli, which of course is not the way to pronounce that.
It's
Lapis
lapis lazuli.
lazuli. Yeah,
Hmm.
lazuli. The
Yeah.
trees are alder and cypress. The animals are the unicorn, the scorpion, the crocodile, and the jackal. The birds are the owl, the goose, and the sparrow. The deities, there's Kali, Black Isis, which I had never heard of Black Isis. I've heard of Isis, but I've never
Mm-hmm.
heard of Black. I remember seeing the when the reruns would come on, my parents were like, "Oh, Mighty Isis." There was some show. Anyway,
That's
I know.
unfortunate.
They were, I guess I got my weirdness from them. They liked the original Star Trek, so I've watched
Mm-hmm.
most of those. Um, all kinds of weird things. Anyway,
Well,
Hecate, Bast, Osiris, Maui, I don't Mau, and then this is the month to take root and prepare. It's all about transformation, strengthening your communication with the god or goddess of your choice.
mm-hmm.
The lucky days in November are November 5th, 14th, and 20th. And the unlucky days, and there are more of them than lucky days, are the 3rd, the 6th, the 9th, the 10th, and the 21st.
Oh, and if Mercury's in retrograde at that point,
Oh my God. Yeah.
you're gonna have a bad month.
And then, of course, this is at least the American holiday of Thanksgiving. And you can make this, I mean, I think in any part of the world, you can set a day for giving thanks.
Mhm.
And I'm sure other countries do have days of giving thanks. For us, it's in November. November. But you can turn that into a magical holiday, just by being grateful, making an altar to honor everything that you're thankful for, remembering a family member that's gone, enjoying the
Mhm.
family that is still here.
Mhm.
Add a dish to your Thanksgiving meal to celebrate your ancestry. I've got German heritage, so we have sauerkraut for our Thanksgivings. Treat the animals outside to a special Thanksgiving meal, put out nuts and bird seed and all of that. That's a great way to be thankful to the Mother Earth for her creatures.
Mhm.
December magic. The nature spirits are snow fairies, storm fairies, and winter tree fairies, which I believe there is a legend about Christmas trees and how you bring in the wonderful, helpful forest fairies at Christmas time, and they're grateful for coming into the warmth. And so they bless your home.
Sorry, I'm distracted for a second because Honey came over and went boop, 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 boop.
Oh, with her little nose?
With her little nose. And now I'm petting her. And I look down at her. And then I look back up and boop, 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 boop.
What does she want?
I don't know. She's so cute. You're just a boy, but she's so cute. Sorry. Got distracted.
Okay. The herbs for December are holly, English ivy, fir, and mistletoe. The colors are blood red, white, and black.
I like how it's specific to blood red.
I know. It said blood red. I'm like, can it not just be red? No,
you know how many colors are out there? You know, like
right?
Blood red is the one that you pick instead of cherry red or
poinsettia red. I mean, the flowers are the poinsettia, the holly, and the Christmas cactus.
Mm-hmm.
The scents are violet, patchouli, rose geranium, frankincense, myrrh, and lilac. The stones are serpentine. Lilac reminded me. I have to tell everybody. So, and I just posted this about 2 weeks ago on Facebook, but I was outside and I had lilac fingernails on.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
The bees were just coming. My little carpenter bees were out there, and this one kept landing, was really, really interested in my lilac fingernails. And so I got a picture of me holding one of my familiars, and I posted it on Facebook probably week and a half, 2 weeks ago now. So go check
I
that out.
I haven't seen it yet. I don't go on Facebook.
You don't go on Facebook. I should have told you.
Send me the picture. Send me the picture.
Okay, I will.
Actually,
I mean, the little bee was adorable. Was very insistent on coming to these lilac colored fingernails that I had. It was close to the Orthodox Easter date. I don't remember exactly what date it was, but I went to the park because it was a gorgeous day. And the carpenter bees were just everywhere and were so interested in me. And that one, I mean, I don't know if it was a he or she, but landed on my little fingernails and was kissing me. His little tongue was coming out and kissing me. It was so cute.
So cute. I need the pictures.
I will send it. I forgot. And it is on Facebook if you ever want to get back on Facebook. I know it's not your favorite thing. I've got a lot of friends who actually don't do Facebook anymore.
Yeah.
The trees of December are the pine, the fir, and the holly. I didn't know holly was a tree. I thought it was a bush.
I thought it was. Isn't it a bush?
I don't know. I thought it was. My husband would know. He's the plant man. The animals are the mouse, the deer, the horse, and the bear, which is interesting because I would think the bears would be sleeping because it's time for hibernation. Although I read somewhere that hibernation is
false. Like they don't hibernate like that.
Yeah, that I just read that too, that what we think of as hibernation, they don't really do that. They are slower and more sluggish because they're trying to conserve, the resources, but they don't, like I always thought as a kid that they slept all winter long. They went into a cave and they slept for 3 months and came out, but that's apparently not accurate.
Yeah, I don't think so. Did you know? Okay, this is weird. This is a weird, did you know? Did you know turtles also hibernate?
No, I didn't know that. And do they just pull their heads and feet into their little shells?
They dig in the dirt and bury themselves.
Oh, interesting.
So it's like turtles actually do the hard sleep because they're amphibians, reptiles. I don't, either one. And they depend on the environment around them to keep them warm versus cold, right?
Okay.
And so they dig in the ground and their body slows down with the cold. And so it's sort of like they're in a, I guess, hibernation state where they don't need food, they don't need water, they just sleep.
Do snakes do that too? Because you don't see snakes in your yard in the wintertime.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
See, I don't know.
I don't either.
See, we need to learn more about
animals. Do need to learn more. That's part of why I love this podcast is that we learn all, not just witchy things, but life things.
Just like general things. Yeah.
Yeah. The birds are the rook, the robin, and the snowy owl. The deities are Hathor, Hecate, Neith, Athena, Minerva, Ixchel, Osiris, Norns, and the Fates. The power flow to endure, die, and to be reborn. That's what's going on in December. The earth tides are turning. It's darkness. It's time for personal alchemy, changing yourself, looking within yourself to see what needs to be changed, preparing for the time that you can go about changing as the light will eventually come back.
Mm-hmm.
Spiritual paths, reach out to friends and family that are lonely and needy.
Yeah.
You know, this is the time to help others in this time of darkness. It's, you know, a fact that winter months are a time of depression.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it's called seasonal depression.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So be aware in December of your friends that might need you.
It was funny. I was talking to my dad and I was like, do you get seasonal depression? And he was like, I think so. Like he, you know, looked off to the side and it's like, I think so. He was like, I feel better when it starts to be, you know, spring and sunny and everything outside. I was like, yeah, but do you ever feel like, I don't know how to explain depression, but like really sad and like gloomy? And he's like, "Mer, mer, mer." He doesn't like talking about his feelings.
That
And so
makes
when I
sense.
asked
A lot of men don't, but a lot of men do.
but when I asked him, it was just funny because I didn't even expect him to hold the conversation of, yeah, I think I do. You know, I just thought he would be like, maybe. All
Well,
grumpy.
He's that older generation too. Oh, no offense, Dad, if you're listening. He wouldn't listen to this.
He's not going to listen.
Okay.
He's like, whatever. But it was just funny. It was like actually it was nice conversation. Just like, do you get seasonal depression? And he was like, yeah, I think so. You know, he has like gloomy days where and then the sun makes him feel better and he feels like he's getting out of like that general like low period, you know, and you don't even know you're in that low until it starts to be spring again and you're like, oh, I feel so much better.
I want to sleep all the time in the winter. I want to curl up in my electric blanket with the heat and just stay in bed all the time, which I think is a sign of seasonal depression when you want to sleep all the time.
Yeah. I mean, it's so gloomy outside. Like, you know, like the sun is on it. It's like, you know, you're at a different tilt. So even the sun hits the planet differently. And so, because like the sun, when it's wintertime, it hits like, I don't know how to explain this without having an actual globe diagram and be like, this is how it is. But like how it is like instead of being tilted toward the sun, we're tilted away from the sun. So our axis is a little bit like it's literally away from the sun.
Gloomy.
And so therefore on a diagram, the sun is lower than what it is during the spring and summer. And so it doesn't have that full effect on us and you don't get the full rate like cast of.
Isn't that the time of year that like in Alaska, there is no daylight?
Yes.
Or what, not just Alaska, but the whole northern hemisphere.
Yeah, because like during I don't know the specific time, but during that specific time, it's like they only get sun and then, you know, it shifts back and forth. You guys can't see what I'm doing, but I'm like holding my hands.
Her hands are going everywhere.
If you hold your hands in like a circle, right, and you put it horizontal and perpendicular to your body. No, parallel to your body, I suppose.
Yeah.
And let's say you raise your right arm, right? So it's like that. And so it's sideways, you know, your circle sideways. And think of the circle as the middle, what's the word?
Middle Earth.
Wow. It's like the middle of the earth, right? And then, so that's a certain part. So like, let's say that's summer. And let's say now you lower your right arm and you raise your left. And so now it's the opposite. And let's say that's winter, you know? So, and then obviously it spins.
So the parts of the earth that are at the very ends, the North and South Pole, are more severely affected than the other, than any other. And I guess as it goes down the latitude markers, it gets more and more until you're on the middle. And I guess you stay the same. Are they the same all year long?
No, because I think they're a
They
little bit,
still change too.
yeah, they're pretty drastic too, because the change is very, wah, wah,
Hmm.
you know?
Hmm. We got her sound effects, y'all.
Wah, wah.
Okay.
Not me literally turning our podcast into a scientific experiment, interactive scientific experiment, and me
With the
trying to
sun
explain
and the
diagrams.
earth. So December is also the time of Yule, and this is a good time to use holly in your spells. Holly is abundant, at least here in December. It is a protective herb that is used to keep you safe from lightning, poison, and evil spirits. So if you plant it around your home, it will keep its occupants safe from black magic. Holly is also said to tame wild animals, which I thought was interesting.
Oh.
And holly water used to be sprinkled on newborn babies to protect them.
Ew, that's weird. Wait, sprinkled on newborn babies, as in?
Yeah, and this made me think, okay, when you baptize a baby, you sprinkle holy water on them. It's the same idea.
Or you dunk them.
Or you dunk them. Or,
Have you seen, there's a video going around right now on TikTok where this priest or, I guess priest was trying to baptize a baby.
I have not seen it.
It's so terrible. He was holding it by the butt, and I guess the baby leaned forward, and so the baby landed in the water.
It's terrible.
And all he could do was just stand there with his arms like this, like, oh, like he was like a shocked face. And the mother like reached in and grabbed her baby, but he just stood there for like it was like 2 minutes. He was like in shock.
That baby
like,
got a really good holy water bath.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's popped up on my For You page like at least 3 times now. It's hilarious, but poor baby.
That is so funny. I think I might stick with the holy water sprinkling on the babies for luck. Not the holy water, the holly water. That's so funny. Holly
Wait a
and
minute.
holy.
Wait.
Wow.
Wow. Holy.
And all that's different is the L.
The L.
Oh.
Wow. Holly, holy moly,
okay,
wow.
y'all. Hopefully you all have had a bunch of cocktails too while you're listening to this. Okay. So holly is you carry it to promote good luck. And when it's carried by men, its energy is masculine. And at Yule time, it's very lucky to hang it around the house for good luck. It's said that if you add holly leaves to a mojo bag, and you keep that under your pillow, it'll make your dreams come true. I have a did you know?
Okay, give me your did you know.
This is bizarre. In 1647, Christmas Eve and any festive celebrations, including eating mince pies and Christmas puddings, was banned by English Puritan leader Oliver Cromwell. He was allegedly trying to prevent gluttony. And that stayed on the books until the year 1660. And during that time frame, anybody that was found celebrating Christmas Eve was arrested. And then they lifted that ban in 1660. Isn't that bizarre?
1600s sound wild.
Yeah, and I was like, that can't be true. And I looked it up in several different places. They all talked about it. And I was like, okay.
Wow.
Gluttony.
Okay, that's all I can say is wow.
I know.
Plus, my animals are distracting me. They're over here growling.
I could see them in the background. The cat jumped up on the back of your sofa, and your dog jumped up on the sofa and was trying to bite the cat's tail.
And that's funny because she's not allowed on the sofa. So I turn around and I snap at them. And so I have a squirt bottle now that I had to roll across the floor. So all of this is going on while you're over here talking and I'm going, wow.
Trying to pay attention to too many things. It's preparing you for children. All right.
I have 2 children. I don't need any more.
I hear you. January magic. The nature spirits are gnomes and brownies. In that episode that we did with, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have even brought it up because I can't remember her name right now.
Which
Wednesdays, and she's got brownies in her home. So January is the month where the brownies are associated with. The herbs are
Okay.
marjoram, holy thistle, nuts, and cones. I guess pine cones. The colors are brilliant white, which makes sense because it's a snowy month, at least here in the northern hemisphere, blue, violet, and black. The flowers are the snowdrop and the crocus. The scents are musk and mimosa. I like mimosas. I'll drink mimosas in
I love virgin
January.
mimosas.
I like slutty mimosas.
Wait, what? I'm over. Okay, I
Virgin.
get it. I get it. But also, what?
I know. I'm sorry. Okay. Yes, I'm feeling this drink. The stones are
Definitely
garnet.
not a virgin. That was bad. I'm sorry. That was a terrible joke.
Okay. Stones. The stones are garnet, onyx, jet, and something chrysoprase.
Hmm?
I don't know that one. CHRYSOPRASE.
Oh.
The tree is birch, and the animals are the fox and coyote, and the birds are pheasant and blue jay. And the deities are not ones that I really know either. Hera, Freya, Inanna, Sarasvati, and Chango and Sen. We need to do an episode on the different deities out there because I am woefully ignorant. The power flow is very sluggish. It's all below the surface. So this is a good time for spell work having to do with beginning and conceiving. You're preparing and thinking. It's a protection time. It's a great time for reversing spells, actually. Conserving energy by working on your personal problems that involve nobody else because you are sluggish in January. You can work on healing and gaining personal strength. It might also be a really great time to make some homemade lotions and oils for dry skin. I don't know about you, but my skin gets really dry in January.
Yeah, mine really does.
Yeah. So yeah, that would be a wonderful, productive thing that I think we could do in January. The folklore says that a summerish January brings a winterish spring. How's that for
summerish
detail?
January brings a
winterish spring.
Okay.
And then February, which is Valentine's Day month. February is a great month for spells of love, desire, forgiveness, kindness, lust, self-acceptance, increasing your libido, as well as to awaken passions of all kind, not just sexual passions, but passions for life, passions for a new hobby, passions for what you want to get started in your life. So that's something that February is a great month for.
Okay.
It is the month where you begin to prepare to receive fertility. It's not just the type of thing that brings the little tiny humans to the planet, like, making babies, but also the fertility that allows you to birth, quote, birth new projects, ideas, accomplishments, and goals. It is the month before the blossoming starts. So here is when you get to strategize about how you want your life to be, what you want life to be like, and what it is that you are going for so that you can work on manifesting that. The magic of
I'm thinking about that. Like, well, how would I approach that? And that, forget it. My brain's not working.
I mean, it's just you begin to prepare. It's more preparing, it's, just like December and January, you're starting to think about what is life? What do I want from life? And you start to prepare. February is even becoming closer. It's this time of fertility is coming. It's even sooner. So you want to strategize how you're going to accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish. And, what is your goal for this coming year? What is it that you're hoping to make yourself into? The magic of this month is activated by the colors of red, pink, orange, and deep purple. It is mostly connected to the root and sex chakra. as well as to the heart chakra. So you can use these colors in your candle magic. You can change your altar cloth to match these colors. Buy new sheets for your bed in those colors, red
Oh,
sheets. Yeah. Yeah.
okay. I didn't even
Take,
think about that. Okay.
yeah, take colored baths, get bath bombs in purple or red.
I love a good bath bomb.
Simply eat meals that are red, like rare meat. Pink,
Eee.
orange, deep purple. I was trying to think it said eat foods that are deep purple, and I can't think of any purple food.
Eggplant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Right off the bat, she thought of it. And I did these.
Eggplant. Okay. What else is purple? There are purple carrots.
Mm-hmm. We actually grow carrots. They're called kaleidoscope, and they come in a whole bunch of different colors. They're so fun to cook with.
Let's see. I'm gonna Google purple foods. Oh, the top one is eggplant. Oh, purple cabbage.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Purple cabbage.
Apparently, there's a thing called purple kale.
Not a big kale fan.
Purple cauliflower. Purple grapes. Okay, I know that
Grapes. Wine.
Wine. Figs.
Figs are purple?
Yeah.
I think they're brown.
No, they're purple.
Huh.
They're purple. And then you have artichokes.
I love artichokes.
My mouth is watering. Oh, certain olives. Purple kale.
Yeah, the Kamada olives.
You have mangosteen. Mangosteen.
Like Frankenstein?
Oh, maybe. And it says, despite its name, mangosteen has no relationship to mangoes, but they're still sweet and fresh, almost peachy.
Purple. Interesting.
And purple.
I've never heard of that.
Let's see. I'm liking all this. Purple potatoes.
I have had purple potatoes. They're excellent. They've got really deep flavor. Yeah.
Elderberries.
I've never eaten elderberries, I don't think.
Purple sweet potato.
There's purple asparagus too. There's different brands of asparagus that are purple.
Yep, that's the next one that I just scrolled on. Purple broccoli.
I didn't know there was purple broccoli.
Lavender tea, like you can make tea out of lavender and stuff.
That's true.
I think they're just starting to make things up now. Purple corn.
I think there is purple corn, actually.
Okay, I'm not sure how to pronounce this. I want to say Ube, U-B-E.
Maybe.
And it says Ube desserts have taken the internet and world by storm.
Oh, I want to make some. Let's do some kitchen witchery.
It looks like purple mashed potatoes. That's what it looks like.
Yum.
Like the consistency.
I mean, I like turnip roots, and some of them have a purple outside, but their inside is always white.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, passion fruit. It's purple on the outside, but the inside's like yellow seeds and white.
Mm-hmm.
And then it also says blackberries are purple.
That's true. They are. They are purple.
Mm-hmm. So, and that's all the fruits on insanelygoodrecipes.com/purple-food/.
Okay. The crystal correspondences for February are pink quartz, which of course that's love. Red jasper, tiger's eye, bloodstone, amethyst. Yay, amethyst. Citrine.
We all know you love a good amethyst.
I do. And green aventurine. Wear them as jewelry, use them on your altar, or find other creative ways to bring them into the magic for the month of February. You could put them into spell bags and spell jars, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is also the month of Imbolc, which is the beginning of the stirrings of spring.
Mm-hmm.
And did you know February is the only month that can go without having a full moon because it's only 28 days?
Oh, I guess I never really thought about it like that.
I feel like it might be 2023 that it didn't have a full moon. I'm not positive about that, but it can go without having a full moon, which is a very interesting month-wise.
Mm-hmm.
And then March, nature spirits are mer people, air and water beings who are connected with spring rains and storms. The herbs are high john root, yellow dock, wood betony, and Irish moss. The colors are pale green, red violet, The scents are honeysuckle and apple blossom. The stones are aquamarine and bloodstone. The trees are alder and dogwood. And I think our dogwood tree in our backyard bloomed in March this year.
What does it look like?
It's a white flower, kind of like almost like a 4-leaf clover, but white, and then the inside is kind of yellow. They're very pretty. It's one of my favorite trees, one of my favorite flowers.
Okay.
Animals are cougar, hedgehog. Oh, hedgehogs are so cute. And the boar. The birds are the sea crow and the sea eagle. The deities are Black Isis, the Morrigan. Now, she's another one I'm very interested in. May have to do an episode on her. We're going to do an episode on Lilith at some point coming up soon.
We have it scheduled.
We do. In our May newsletter, we'll have to tell them what's planned for May, what our episodes are. Athena,
if we know.
If we know. We're trying really hard, you guys, to be so much better at planning so that we know what we're doing. Getting things prepared ahead of time. Like we would love all of you to come support us. So for our After Dark series, we've got Shadow People coming up.
Yes.
And necromancy and chaos magic. So
see, I'm excited about Shadow People, but I'm also not. I don't want to talk about them.
Yeah, they scare you, and I've already started notes on them. So very fascinating.
I don't like it. It's giving me yucky feeling.
And we just did one on Tulpa, which I thought was also fascinating.
Oh, I love that episode. That one was so fun.
So come support us, and you get access to all of those.
I think Tulpa was a normal episode.
Was it? It was. You're right. It was. It had some dark things to it, so it could have been a dark episode.
It could have been. But I liked it a lot. I don't know. I know we've talked about it.
Yeah, it came out a couple weeks ago. I don't know. I've lost total track of time.
My brain is not screwed on right. Wait, what's the saying? Either. What's the saying? I would lose my head if it weren't attached to my body or something like that.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
I'm so proud of you for getting that right. Y'all, Wren is one of these people that takes the idioms and gets them all twisted and wrong. And it's the funniest thing. I wish I would write them down when she does it because they crack me up. I love her.
My brain just doesn't work like that, you know? So
it's so funny.
There's nothing I can't, my brain, it doesn't.
I mean, in your mind, it's not logical. So you can't figure out what the idiom is. It's just very funny, y'all. Okay, we're on March. This is the time when energy breaks into the open, growing, prospering, exploring, new beginnings, the balance of light and dark. You're breaking illusions. You're seeing the truth in your life. A great time for shadow work. This is a good time for spells involving growing and prospering and exploring new beginnings. Ostara is going on during this month.
We love Ostara.
Just did you know Coca-Cola was invented in March?
Wow. Was this the first Coca-Cola that contained cocaine or something?
Probably. Probably so. I wish they had that now. Okay, just kidding. Okay.
No.
Okay.
River.
I know. Okay, so April Magick, which we're still on the tail end of April. I think you got a couple more days when this comes out. The nature spirits are plant fairies. The herbs are basil, chives, dragon's blood, and geranium and thistle. Oh, I have to tell you all, I went shopping for plants. Greg, you'll be very interested that I got some herbs. I got some dill. I got some flowers for the hummingbirds. They're supposed to grow and the hummingbirds are supposed to love them. So I got some of those. I got 2 of those so they can hopefully cross-pollinate. Anyway, I'm very excited. I got some plants to plant. The colors are crimson, red, and gold. The flowers are daisy and sweet pea. The scents are pine, bay, that bergamot thing, and patchouli. The stones are ruby, garnet, and sard. The trees are pine, bay, and hazel. The animals are bear and wolf, which I would imagine bears are waking up from whatever type of hibernation that they have come April. Actually one of my friends and I went on a trip and we saw a baby bear. I don't remember if it was March or April. So yeah, it was the cutest little baby bear. Came right up to our deck.
But that's scary because where
I
there's a
know.
baby, there's a
There's a
mama.
mama, and that was what we were like, where's Mama Bear?
Ooh, yeah. Ooh.
The birds are the hawk and the magpie. You've got the deities are Kali, Hathor, Ceres, Ishtar, Venus, and Bast. The birthstone is the diamond. The flowers are daisy and sweet pea. Oh, I already said daisy and sweet pea. The power flow is energy into creating and producing. Things are starting to actually come together at this time in April. Your balance is returning. What?
That's me right now. Everything's
Yeah,
coming together. My balance is returning. I feel
yeah, and the sun is there. It's not as dark and dim as it has been. It's a time of returning balance to your nerves, change, self-confidence, self-reliance, time to take advantage of opportunities, work on your temper, work on emotional flare-ups and selfishness.
Oh,
did you know April is when the dryads are supposed to be waking up for the season and the vegetable world begins to move and swell, and that's when the saps start to rise in trees.
Oh.
Also, did you know it was April 14th, 1912 that the Titanic hit the iceberg and sank?
Oh.
April, yeah. The month of April.
That's tragic.
Okay, so now let's talk about the days of the week.
Okay.
So Sunday corresponds to the sun, of course.
I had no idea. No, I'm just kidding.
This day is full of wonder and all sorts of magical potential for success, wealth, and fame. Sundays are for personal achievements and any kind, such as working towards a promotion at work, seeking fame and wealth, or being acknowledged for a job well done. It's all about growth, prosperity, strength, vitality, healing, opportunity, money, and the magical intentions are abundance, growth, enlightenment, strength, and healing. The crystals are citrine, sunstone, pyrite, goldstone, carnelian, orange calcite, tiger's eye, and amber. Those are all golden type crystals. The herbs are the sunflower, chamomile, marigold, that bergamot. Again, I've got to look that up. Oak, rosemary, and oregano. And did you know in November of 1989, so not super long ago, really, there was a computer virus named Sunday, and it wreaked havoc on the users of the DOS computer back in the day before we had our normal computers. It was the DOS computer system, and they called it Sunday because the encryption code was set to systematically delete files every Sunday. It lasted for 9 years until Windows came into being and made it obsolete. Did you know that? I didn't know that.
I had no idea.
That's just crazy. All right,
okay.
Monday. Go ahead.
I have bergamot. Bergamot is one of several fragrant herbs of the genus Monarda, or the fruit of the bergamot orange is a citrus I'm not even going to try. The bergamot herbs and the bergamot orange have similar characteristic to floral fragrances and are commonly used in perfumes and used as flavoring.
Can you eat the bergamot fruit?
I think so. They are perennial plants, native to North America, and are commonly grown as ornamentals to attract bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds.
I want to plant some. I want all those things in my yard.
Bee balm or Oswego tea was used as a beverage by the Oswego tribe of American Indians and was one of the drinks adopted by American colonists during their boycott of British tea. The leaves are used to flavor punches, lemonades, and other cold drinks. Lemon bergamot or lemon bee balm and wild bergamot are also used as flavorings in teas. And then the bergamot orange is a citrus fruit cultivated in Italy and is well known for its Earl Grey tea.
Interesting. I don't like Earl Grey tea.
I don't either.
Interesting.
The tree yields a yellow-green pear-shaped fruit, the peel of which is valued by flavoring perfumes.
Well, I guess it kind of flavors perfumes.
Yeah. Okay. So, but that just feels funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's an odd way to put
perfumes and essential oil type of vibe. And that is from Britannica.com/plant/bergamot.
Fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So there
Monday.
You go.
Monday is dedicated to the moon. What?
You know that TikTok Monday, Tuesday. No. Oh, it's like, like if you want to show your outfits of the week or whatever, like how your week is going, it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So how you said Monday, just that triggered my brain. You can, I spend all my time. Actually, that's not true.
TikTok.
That's not true, though.
Not much anymore.
Yeah, so that might be an old sound now.
Yeah, because I've been posting stuff on our C3 TikTok, so y'all should go and check it out. Okay, Monday is dedicated to the moon and all of her magic and mystery. Mondays are for women's mysteries, illusion, prophetic dreaming, emotions, travel, and fertility. This is a great day to do moon work. Charge crystals and power jewelry with the light of the moon. The magic intentions are intuition, dreams, shadow work, psychic abilities, emotional balance, and friendship. The crystals are silver, moonstone, pearl, fluorite, amethyst. Amethyst, man. That's because you need the amethyst for the hangovers that you got on Monday from the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Quartz, sapphire. The herbs are moonflower, jasmine, gardenia, and white rose. Okay, so I have a hard time with Mondays. Mondays are come too soon. They just come too soon.
Don't they always?
Did you know that there was a study conducted by Marmite, whoever they are, in 2011 that showed the average United Kingdom person will not smile until 11:16 a.m. on Monday. Isn't that hilarious? I think that's so hilarious.
That's pretty funny.
And another person who didn't like Mondays, there was a 16-year-old girl named Brenda Spencer who opened fire in a San Diego elementary school 40 years ago. Before it became the thing to do. And she told police that the reason she did it was because, quote, I don't like Mondays.
That's awful. That's nasty.
Isn't that terrible? That's terrible. All right. Tuesday. Tuesday is the day of the week for rebels and warriors. It is associated with Mars, the god of war. So that's appropriate. If you are facing a challenge of any kind, if you need a boost to your courage, or you want to enhance your passions, Tuesday is the day of the week for you. Burn a spicy scented, energy enhancing candle to add a little magical aromatherapy to your home. The magical intentions are legal matters, justice, protection, binding, banishment, reversal, courage, and self-confidence. Crystals. The crystals are carnelian, ruby, bloodstone, garnet, and red jasper. The herbs are dragon's blood, which we talked about in one of our herb episodes, nettle, thistle, thorns, wormwood, hawthorn, red flowers, and plants associated with Mars. And, did you know? So we've all heard of Taco Tuesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in the United States, the fast food chain Taco John's legally owns that phrase. It refers to the custom of eating or offering special prices on tacos on Tuesdays. And Taco John's trademarked the phrase in 1989 in every state except New Jersey because another restaurant had already trademarked it in New Jersey. Isn't that
Wow.
funny? Isn't that
Who
funny?
knew? Who knew?
Taco Tuesdays.
Taco Tuesday. Not brought to you by us.
Wednesday. Wednesdays are days for communication, change, cunning, and the arts. The magical intentions are divination, wisdom, knowledge, education, traveling, communication, spiritual enlightenment, courage, and mischief. Crystals. The crystals are agate, citrine, aventurine, sodalite, lapis, hematite, and emerald. The herbs are lavender, rosemary, fern, cherry, licorice, poppy, mugwort, plantain, apple, fennel, and chervil.
Oh.
I like Wednesdays because, wine Wednesdays.
Okay. That's not what I was
Her face she was like, what?
That's not what I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting, but that's not okay.
Wine Wednesdays. Okay. Thursday. It is about prosperity, abundance, and good health. It is known as Thor's Day. This Norse god gave the day his name and many of his attributes, including strength and abundance. The magical intentions are storms, legal matters, military, protection, cleansing, consecration, good luck, prosperity, and career success. The crystals are amethyst because Wine Wednesday's the day before, so you got to have the amethyst for the hangover from Wine Wednesday. Sapphire, turquoise, and then two that I can't pronounce, lepidolite and sugalite.
That looks right to me.
And the herbs are cinnamon, beech, oak, thorns, garlic, hawthorn, leek, and onion, and thistle. Fridays. Friday is the day of the week for magical topics such as love, birth, fertility, and romance, which makes sense. It's the end of the work week, so people go out on dates. It's the time they have to pay attention to each other. The magical intentions are love, passion, sex, home and hearth, family, motherhood, female fertility, death, and beauty. I know.
Okay.
The crystals are rose quartz, pink tourmaline, moonstone, jade, peridot, emerald, and ruby. The herbs are the red hibiscus, rose, lavender, rosemary, jasmine, the blue lotus, violet, birch, sage, and ivy. Did you know more people have accidents on Friday than any other day of the week?
I bet. I bet.
Yeah, there's no information as to why, but okay, it's the end of the work week, number one. So you're exhausted. Number two, you're anticipating the weekend. So you're not really paying attention because you're so excited about what's coming. And then, of course, you're drunk as shit because it's Friday and, you are ready to consume your alcohol to celebrate the weekend. So I'm not really surprised. All right, Saturday. Saturdays are great days for protection, banishing a negative situation, and generally a good time to clean up any magical messes that you have been ignoring. The magical intentions are knowledge, values and morals, time, banishing, self-transformation, psychic defense, meditation, locating lost items or people, self-defense, and liberation. The crystals are onyx, obsidian, smoky quartz, jet, and pumice, which all of those are black stones. I find that very fascinating that black is associated with Saturday. Yeah. The herbs are myrrh, moss, thyme, basil, hemlock, which is poisonous, nettle, peppermint, pomegranate, hyacinth, mallow, and juniper. Did you know Vikings used to bathe on Saturdays? They took that weekly bath, whether they needed it or not, and it was on a Saturday.
And they needed it.
Also, did you know that in folklore, Saturday was considered the best day to hunt vampires? It was thought that Saturday was the only day of the week that vampires were restricted to their coffins.
Oh.
And here's another vampire fact for you. If you were born in the Balkans on a Saturday, then it was believed that you could see vampires that were otherwise invisible to others. So that meant that people born on Saturdays were the best recruits to become vampire hunters.
Okay, question.
Mm-hmm.
Are there legit vampire hunters in our history?
I don't know. We'll have to do, a topic on vampires and the myths and legends that are out there, and whether there are families that, I don't know. Right now I'm watching Teen Wolf, which is about werewolf hunters, werewolves, which is interesting. So there could be.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, lots of information we just gave you. We hope you're able to use this information to make your practice more streamlined and successful based on the month and the day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there are many details about each month and day. So we do more detailed episodes on the individual days and months. Probably in the future, we could do a whole episode just on the day of Monday and all of the myths and things that are go with that. But this was just an overall topic on it. We hope you enjoyed listening. You can find us at www.c3witchypodcast.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can find links to all our episodes there, links to our merch. I've got some short sleeve shirts put up, newsletters, blogs, and more. You will find our email there. That's the best way to get in touch with us. If you could leave a review for us on your platform of choice, that would be helpful. We had some people leave some in March of this year and January. Thank you so much.
Yes.
To further support us, you can click on our Patreon or Buzzsprout button on our website, and that will give you access to our bonus episodes, our After Dark episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we talk about the darker side of magic. And we were telling you some of the topics that we got coming up. The Shadow People is I think coming up within days of this episode coming out. So we'll be back.
We'll be back.
And until then, stay witchy.
Woo.